Hey everyone, Mikia The Specialist here with another video. Today's video is going to be about calorie counting, but I just want to make a disclaimer. Yeah, I didn't brush my hair because I went for a run and I realized I don't have a brush. I lost my brush. So Jim here, don't care. We're going to create this video so you guys get the information that you need. So back to calorie counting. All right. So calorie counting, to start calorie counting, you have to figure out how many calories you need. And this is pretty simple. You can go to a website, plug in information, and it's going to give you your calorie intake for whatever goal you have for yourself. The other thing is there are formulas, very simple formulas, where you put in your goal weight, multiply it by a certain number, and it's going to give you a suggested calorie intake. And from there, you just be consistent following those caloric numbers, and you should reach your goal. Now, there's one important part, and that is you must be consistent. Consistency is king, all right? I'm talking about 80% consistent. So in an entire month, you're probably allowed to miss about 5 days or get it wrong for 5 days or so. And those 5 days, it's like, oh my gosh, I have to restrict myself from eating. Those 5 days aren't, oh my gosh, I get to splurge on whatever it is I want. Those 5 days might be, family dinner, you're going out to eat, or it can be brunch with your friends. It can be a happy hour. It's just you living your best life. There is leeway in just obtaining 80% consistency. After you have stayed consistent and realize, okay, this is not working, then you are allowed to make the adjustments that you need. Maybe you can consume 50 calories less or 100 calories less or whatever your goal is. So now we're going to go into tracking. Tracking is important. Tracking is going to help you become more aware of the food that you're consuming. So when I first started, I used a tool called pen and paper. I wrote down everything and I used Google to figure out what calories I was eating. I tracked my carbs, I tracked my protein, and I tracked my fats and my calories. And I wrote that all down and I reached my goal. There are modern day tools as well. The modern day tools are my Fitness Pal. With my Fitness Pal, they have a large database and all the information you can ever want is in there. That's a plus and also a con because sometimes that information isn't correct, but they also give you the option to update it. So let's say you go to the store, you're like, oh, I want this cereal. You can actually scan the box and it will give you that nutrition information. And if it happens to be incorrect, then you can update it for your personal tracking. All right, so going deeper into tracking, one thing that made tracking easier for me and for many people is meal prepping. Meal prepping is the fancy way of saying creating leftovers beforehand. With that, you already know what you plan to consume. You can put that recipe into my Fitness Pal, and if you got the recipe from a website, you can just copy and paste the website URL, and that will fill in the recipe information. You just have to make sure it is correct. And you have tracked it for the week or 4 days, how many ever meals you made for yourself, right? So that's how meal prepping can cut down your time, especially when it comes to tracking your calorie intake. The last thing I would like to speak about is cheat meals. A lot of people say, oh, I get to have a cheat meal today. Don't think of your, favorite foods or your high caloric foods as cheat meals. They're just part of your everyday living. Food is more than just fuel. It's a way of life, it's culture, it's things that we do enjoy with our families and friends. That being said, you would like to eat in balance, meaning that you're going to have high caloric food that is low in nutrients, and then you're going to have low caloric food that is buzzing with nutrients. So keeping a nice balance of those foods can keep you on track to whatever goal you have set for yourself. Now, into some more details about calories. Calories is just a form of counting, measurement, not counting. Calories is a form of measurement, just like an inch or mile. This is the energy that you burn. And that is basically what we're measuring: how much energy we're burning, how much energy we are consuming. In 1 gram of carbohydrates, there are 4 calories. In 1 gram of protein, there are 4 calories. In 1 gram of fat, there are 9 calories. So if I'm eating a chocolate and it has 10 grams of protein, then that protein bar has 40 calories just to fat. If it has 1 gram of carbs, then I know that it has 4 calories. So now my chocolate bar is up to 14. Now for the fat, it might have 10 grams of fat. That's 90 calories. So that being said, once you add up all those numbers, then you have the calorie amount for that food. You can do it for your meals entirely. You can do it for your alcoholic beverages, your juices. Everything has a calorie amount except water and tea without sugar or coffee without sugar. And seasonings don't have them either. So season your food. All right, so that is it with it for this video. If you need any help, message me or leave a comment down below. Let me know if you plan on calorie counting to reach your goal, or let me know what other ways you track your food to reach your goals. All right, that is it. See you guys later.